Hola people, this is Universal Child and this is a special video to a friend of mine who wants me to show him how to make pizza. And I'm going to show you how to do this the quick way today because we are pressed for time as it is Super Bowl Sunday and we want to eat it now. So, if you don't have a processor, don't worry about it. I can show you how to do that without the processor. But these are the items you're going to need for it. 1 cup measuring cup there. You also need another one here. This one does 3/4, so that's why I have this one. We're gonna need that. 1 teaspoon. 1 active dry, which took me forever to find in Walmart, and I do mean forever. But active dry yeast, all natural. Just need 1 pack. It's gonna help it rise. 100% extra virgin olive oil. Very important. Alright, the first thing you see, there's going to be chicken on this pizza. So I am just marinating and soaking the chicken. It's just water and salt. Kind of helps clean it, keep the juices preserved, all that good stuff. So just so you guys see that, we're going to get that out of the way here. There. Alright, next step, very, very important. So your yeast, you're going to put 3/4 cup of water. Now I normally just cook a little water, and I have a little thermometer that tells me where it's at, so just so you can see that. Hold on, let me see if I can at least get this in some sort of light. So that's at 120, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put 3/4 cup in here. 3/4 of a cup, probably. We're gonna let that sit for about maybe a minute, just to let it warm up just a little bit, because you don't want it too hot when you put the yeast in, because the yeast won't activate. So you want it just right so that the yeast can go ahead and activate. That's what you're going to be putting in here. That's what we're going to be doing right now. We're going to mix the water with the water with the yeast. We're going to stir it up a little bit, and the yeast is going to activate right there on the spot. Not on the spot, but within about 5 minutes. You'll see it activating, and I'll show you kind of how you know it's activating if you don't know how to tell yeast is activating. So we'll get with that in just a second. All right, here we go. Check temperature. We are at a good 105. Well, actually, we're at like 107. So yeast inside the bowl there, and we're just gonna mix it. I know what you're thinking. This is exciting. Don't worry. This is like I said, this is the most important part because you really want this yeast to be kind of perfect. You know, as far as you want that right temperature, because if the yeast is right, the dough doesn't come out right, and then that's just a whole nother. Alright, next up, the dough. The first thing we're going to do, I use Pillsbury self-rising flour. Don't ask what the difference is, but it's just what I've been using, so that's what we'll continue to use. It's going to be 2 cups of flour. This is a little easy. I'm just actually doing this with one hand, so 2 cups of flour. Okay. I'll put that to the side. Next is going to be, you don't have to do this next step at all. This next particular step. 1 teaspoon of sugar. That happened. That was real. Alright. Next one you do have to do, but you know, how much you put in there, I will not put it, don't put in a whole tablespoon of salt, but you need salt in there. Oh, I knocked over the bowl. You need a 3/4 salt. I can't find 3/4. I'm actually going to just a good pinch of salt. You don't need too much salt. All right, that's good right there. All right. And as you got those in there, I do like the cleanup kind of as I go along. Like I said, I'm showing you how to do this in a processor. I can show you how to do another one. I'll make another video of how you do it by hand. And everything is being done by hand. Now the next thing you need is our olive oil. Now I think I left my tablespoon. Give me a second. Alright, the next step I just did, I couldn't actually show you on camera because, like I said, I'm doing this with one hand, but I took 3 teaspoons, there's still some oil left in there, so I took 3 teaspoons of olive oil, and I put it inside of there. It kind of looks like a live spoon count almost. The next thing, I'll show you, there's that yeast I was talking about. So it's been sitting, and it is rising, or has risen. So that is actually good to go. So you're going to pour this into your contraption. Just like that. Okay, now like I said, since it's a processor, so now once you have this here, you're going to take so let it go for a little while. And basically, I wouldn't worry, it's just like the edges, because at first the edges kind of had all the flour on it, but the flour's going to fall right into it. You're going to let this go for about, not even a minute, honestly, not too long. You just want it to be a sticky ball, is what you want it to be, and that's kind of what it is now. So we're going to go ahead and stop it, test it. That's sticky to me, and it's ready to come out. Alright, the next step, we're going to take some flour. Like I said, my hands are clean, so don't worry. We're just going to sprinkle some flour on the cutting board, like so. And then we're going to put the flour, kind of set that to the side for now, because you may need some more. We're going to take our dough. It's the dough. Alright. I'm going to put that on. And now, we're going to knead it. When you're kneading it, you want to knead it for a good, I mean, you can knead it till it's smooth. You can knead it until, you know, it's just a small, you'll get a feel for it. The first time I did it for like 8 minutes. My arms are kind of tired. All kind of stuff. But what you want to make sure is that we're not going to need any more flour, by the way, because, like I said, it'll stick enough, and we put just enough flour on there so that it's not going to, let me take this watch off because this is going to, so we're just going to knead the dough here. Alright, we're just kind of just turning it around, flipping it over, pressing down on it. Basically what we want it to look like, we want it to be a smooth ball, okay? Is a ball. Kind of just a little ball. We're not talking about spherically perfect, but just, you know, just a sphere. That's what you're looking for, okay? Next step. Now I've already pre-prepared this bowl, but I took some olive oil, 100% virgin olive oil, ta-da, and I put a little bit inside of the bowl. So it's coated, as you can see, it's coated with the olive oil. You don't want too much in there. I mean, that's fine. Just a little sprinkle, dash it around, that's fine. It's good to go. Take your dough, stick that inside like so, and then turn it over so that it gets, you want it to get all of the oil on top of it. You want it to be kind of lightly coated with oil. Last thing we're going to do for now, you cover it with saran wrap, cling wrap, whatever you have. Cling wrap, saran wrap, just a wrap. Hopefully you do a better tearing job than I did there. Okay, and we're going to let this sit out in a warm, draft-free place, preferably just outside the refrigerator. Now, when you're doing it by hand, I put it in the refrigerator because I let it sit overnight. We're not letting it sit overnight. We're actually going to let it sit for about a good hour. So take a look at that. That's how big it is there. We're going to come back and it's going to double in size.